Lighthouse. Good morning. So I'm drinking my coffee here. I don't know what kind of dreams I've been having, folks, because I really am not remembering any dreams. But I woke up this morning with some really strange ideas in my head that, well, my hair's a mess. I didn't even brush my hair. I'm so sorry. That I'm just like, I had to go do some research right off the bat. I didn't even have my first cup of coffee. And I've already been doing research. I mean, literally research. So I woke up this morning thinking about a movie. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson and McConaughey. And actually what I was thinking about it was what she did for a living in that movie. And what she did was she was an advice column writer that was trying to write outside the guidelines of what the magazine published, trying to push the boundaries, you know. All of us, you know, you should push the boundaries once in a while. What she really needed to do was find a magazine to work for, but she was happy where she was at. She just wanted to write about different things than what was in the conforms of that. So, and then the other movie I was thinking about was, mind you, these are both two different types of movies. The other one was Mona Lisa Smile. I had to go look up the title too because I couldn't remember, with Julia Roberts. And in this movie, she was an art teacher that had just graduated in the 1950s, and she was teaching at this prestigious girls' college. And what was upsetting her was that, you know, girls were going and getting their 4-year education and then just becoming wives, getting married and having kids and families. And she was wanting them to push the boundaries, take that education and do something with it. Okay? Which was not the whole thing behind the 4 year. It was just to give these girls an extended education, not to give them education to go be somebody. They were still supposed to be, within the norms and the morals of that time, be just wives. With all this education. Why get an extra education if you're not going to do anything? What, to get a better husband? So you can sound better at parties, I guess? That actually kind of was the idea back then. You know, you got married and that's what you did. But both of those stories are about pushing the boundaries. And if any of y'all saw my video up yesterday, me and my daughter-in-law were laughing about the title, but that's just how it came out. Transgendered and electric cars. So, in this one, I'm not sure what it's going to be about, but I actually when I looked this up, I was also thinking about the word mores, and it has to do with philosophy. Because, you know, if you want to, actually, the LGBTB, I forget how the terminology goes, and I'm bisexual, so, you know, but at any rate, you know, used to be not outside the norm. Well, folks, it's always been there. People just hit it really well. So, you know, and right now, of course, I'm on this anti-bully thing because I'm really tired of watching people beat up someone else. People, you cannot be other than who you are. You can't. You be the best that you can be. Be a better person every day. But at your core, you can't change that. That you're still going to be you. Now, being better at it every day and trying to be better, especially if you're a nasty person, you can be better than that. You can control how, you know, you can't always control how you feel, but you can control being a better person every day. You know, for those people that we call Karens, you know. So this is kind of sort of like a little philosophy class, guys. But my main point of it is, you can't be anyone other than who, you know, you can be a better person. You don't have to be a mean person. And if you just want to be a mean person, well, mean people suck. Okay? People that hurt other people's feelings suck. But at the core of it, if you're trying to just live your life and you are a good person, a decent person, and you're trying to be a better person every day, but you are outside what we consider the norm, gay, bi, that's me. I woke up this morning, one of the first things I thought to myself was, you are a strange egg. Yeah, I was a strange egg. My parents were a lot older, but it's another thing. But, you know, if you're outside of those norms, though, you know, of just straight heterosexual, and you're bi, gay, transgender, I think one of the reasons why some people are becoming more aware and our society is changing is because people aren't willing to hide anymore. People they want to be who they are. And there's gonna be a lot of aches, pains, crying, and gnashing of teeth along the way, folks. But for anyone that finds it hard to accept other people, you're gonna have to. Well, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But you know what? Don't be a bully. Don't be mean. walk away. It doesn't take anything to walk away and shut your mouth if you have nothing constructive to say. Because everyone deserves to live their life the way they feel. Outside, but not outside of, the only thing okay, let me rephrase this. The one thing I will object to is pedophiles. So I'm putting that out there. If you abuse or hurt children in any way, may your soul rot in whatever hell you believe in. Because children, and yes, there are some mean kids out there, but those are all learned behavior things. And there are some kids that are born as sociopaths. There's, things happen. There are lots of other strange eggs out there. But if you hurt a child, I hope you go to whatever special hell you believe in. And if you don't believe in God, trust me, there's one out there for you. Because what energy you put out comes back to you. Okay? Just saying. So, be a better person every day. Try to, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. So, because things are now going to push the boundaries, folks. People don't want to live. People don't want to hide who they are anymore. And as long as they're not hurting no one else, who are you to tell them how to live their life? If you don't feed me, sleep with me, pay my bills, you can have an opinion, but keep your opinion to yourself if it's not constructive. And if you want to say something ugly, write it. Go say it to somebody else. Let people live their lives the way they want to live their lives. So I don't know what the title of this one's going to be, folks. Things are pushing the boundaries, folks. There's just things are the way we live our lives, our society, everything's changing. And in my opinion, and I'm entitled to have one, everyone can have an opinion. I'm not forcing it on no one, but things are going to change. Our society's changing, our government's changing, and every time I go look at the news, I just turn around and run my tail between my legs because it's just really horrible. Because it's going to be us caring about other people, and in the long run, you're going to run into all kinds of people. Seriously. So, you better learn how to get along. And if they bother you, just keep on walking. You don't have to say anything or do anything. You see anything, mind your own business. Most guys don't mind seeing two girls kissing on the side in the middle of the street. Reminds me of the Melissa Etheridge song. Would you kiss me in front of people? Or something like that. But two guys and other guys want to freak out. Oh, but it's okay to see two girls because it excites you. You know what I mean? So you're just going to have to learn how to get along with everybody. Because people want to be people, and they deserve to be able to do that. People deserve to be able to live their life the way they want. Our society's changing. Maybe I'm becoming an advice columnist. So, y'all are just going to have to figure it out. Everyone has to figure it out for themselves. Be a light in the darkness. Be a better person every day. And I bet you if you search your family tree, you're going to find an odd egg or two yourself. You might be one. You might be one that has different ideas than everybody else, or talks a different way, or sees things a different way. But that's what makes the world go round. And that's actually, I think some of those people are actually going to end up being strong cornerholds for future society, because they will be pillars that we can look to for advice, and because they do think outside the box. And I used to think I was a very inside the box person, but as I'm getting older and all these things are happening out in the planetary stuff, I'm becoming more out of the box than I ever thought possible. Just like transgendered in electric cars. Today, I'm just a different egg. But folks, just like the lady who wanted to push the boundaries on what she wrote about, and the other lady who wanted girls that got their 4-year education to actually be somebody instead of just end up being a housewife. Those are out of the box type things where they were starting to come out. And these movies were in the 80s, 90s, 80s. No, I had my house in 90s, early 2000s. Wait a minute, I'm even further back. See, my memory's really messed up these days. But, early 2000s. So, folks, be a better person every day. Be a light in the darkness. If you can help someone, help someone. Because everybody deserves to be treated with fairness, kindness, dignity. And it's another day. All right, guys. Lighthouse.